Now, this is question number 26 from the past paper file of 2020. It is from the year, this is 970911 October, November 13, right? And the question here is, it's a question of 9 marks. It's a question of 9 marks. And the question here is, the point, stop working. Stop working. The point A has coordinate this, B has coordinate this. Find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of AB. Find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of AB. Bachcho, for finding out the equation of perpendicular bisector of AB, let's say this is A, this is B, this is B, and here is the perpendicular bisector of AB. We need to calculate the equation of perpendicular bisector. For perpendicular bisector, first of all, we have to calculate the midpoint. First of all, we have to calculate the midpoint of AB. Yes or no? Yes. For perpendicular bisector, first we have to calculate the midpoint of AB. Now, the midpoint of AB is -1 plus 7 divided by 2, 3. Now, 6 plus 2 divided by 2, 4. 3 and 4. Now, after that, we have to calculate the gradient of AB. After that, we have to calculate the gradient of AB, and the gradient of AB will be y2 minus y1, 2 minus 6 divided by 7 plus 1, 2 minus 6 divided by 7 plus 1. So, it will be, what is 2 minus 6? Minus 4, 7 plus 1, 8. So, it is minus 1 upon 2. The gradient of AB is minus 1 upon 2. Any confusion? Clear? That's great. After that, what is the midpoint of perpendicular bisector? Negative reciprocal. So, it is equals to 2. Gradient of perpendicular bisector is negative reciprocal, which is equals to 2. Now, by using y minus y1 equals to m, x minus x1. But so x1, y1 are the coordinates of the midpoint. So what is y1? 4. Gradient is 2. X minus x1 is 3. So now y minus 4 equals to 2x minus 6 and y equals to 2x minus 2. Y equal to mx plus c की फॉर्मेट में हमने इक्वेशन को लिख दिया. Any confusion? Are you clear? Clear. That's great. After that, in the second part, a point C is on the perpendicular bisector. A point C is on the perpendicular bisector. Boys, stop working. Look at the board. A point C is on the perpendicular bisector with coordinates P and Q. With coordinates P and Q. The distance OC is 2 units. The distance OC is 2 units where O is origin. O is 0, 0. C is PQ. Can I say that? The distance OC is 2 units. It is given in the question. Yes or no? Yes. The distance OC is 2 units. Now, after that, Shiza. Now, after that, write down 2 equations involving P and Q and hence find the coordinates of the possible position of C. Means we have to calculate the values of P and Q. We have to calculate the values of P and Q. अब कैसे आएंगी जनाब? P and Q are the 2 unknowns. So it means we have to make 2 equations. If the number of unknowns are equal to the number of equations, then we are allowed to calculate the value of unknown, right? So now the first equation is OC equals to 2. The distance OC will be y2 minus y1, q minus 0 whole square is q square, p minus 0 whole square is p square equals to 2, squaring both the sides. So p squared plus q squared equals to 4. This is equation 1. Any confusion? Any confusion? No. After that, how can we calculate the second equation? बच्चों एक चीज आपको हमेशा बताई, दोबारा बता रहे हैं, अगर एक लाइन की इक्वेशन हमारे पास मौजूद है और उस लाइन पर कोई कोऑर्डिनेट है, तो हम उस इक्वेशन के एक्स वाई को उस कोऑर्डिनेट से रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं। ठीक हो गया? अगर हमारे पास किसी लाइन की इक्वेशन मौजूद है और उस लाइन पर कोई कोऑर्डिनेट है, तो उस लाइन के एक्स वाई को कोऑर्डिनेट से रिप्लेस किया जा सकता है। क्लियर? नाउ व्हाट इज द इक्वेशन ऑफ परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर? y equals to 2x minus 2, and on the perpendicular bisector we have pq. So I am going to replace p and q, x and y with p and q. So q equals to 2p minus 2. Are you clear? Any confusion? No. So now this is equation 2, and now we have to solve them simultaneously. This is equation 2. Now I am replacing q here in equation 1. So it will be p squared plus 2p minus 2 whole squared equals to 4. Now p squared plus whole square expand करेंगे, a squared minus 2ab plus b squared equals to 4. 4 and 4 cancel out. Now 5p squared minus 8p equals to 0. Can I take p common? Yes. So it is 5p minus 8 equals to 0. Can I say that the value of p is 0 and the value of q, and the value of the second value of p is, and the second value of p is 8 upon 5. Are you clear up to this? Now we have our equation q equals to 2p minus 2. If we replace 0 in this equation, then the value of q will be minus 2, and if we replace 8 upon 5 here, then the value of q will be 16 over 5 minus 2, and it will be 6 over 5. Therefore, the coordinates are 0 minus 2 and 8 over 5, 6 over 5. These are the two coordinates of C. Are you clear? Any confusion? That's great. Okay. Next question, question number 27. It is 970912 October November 13 question. Here the diagram shows a rectangle. It's a rectangle, and a rectangle means all angles are of 90 degrees, right? Now the coordinates are given. We have to calculate the coordinates of C and D. We have to calculate the coordinates of C and D. Now, how can we calculate the coordinates of C and D? अब आप देखिएगा बच्चों, कहीं पर भी दो लाइंस आपस में इंटरसेक्ट करें और ये वाला कोऑर्डिनेट हमें निकालना हो, तो कैसे निकलता है? साइमल्टेनियसली सॉल्व करने से। ऐसा ही है, कहीं पर भी दो लाइंस इंटरसेक्ट कर जाएं और हमें कोऑर्डिनेट कैलकुलेट करना हो इंटरसेक्टिंग, तो वो कैसे आएगा? साइमल्टेनियसली सॉल्व करने से। ऐसा ही है? Yes or no? So now here, first I am focusing on this C. C का कोऑर्डिनेट मैं कैलकुलेट कर रहा हूं। कैसे? सुनिएगा। How to calculate the coordinate of C? इसके लिए अब आप देखिए, the line AC we have. AC लाइन मौजूद है? Yes or no? Now here we have to calculate C. In this, for C is a combination of two lines, line AC and line BC. Yes or no? Yes. Now we have the equation of line AC, but we don't have the equation of line BC. Are we able to calculate the equation of line BC? Yes, we are, because we have the coordinate 40 on the line BC, but we don't have the gradient of this line. But can I calculate the gradient of AB? and the gradient of AB will be 0 minus 8 divided by 4 minus 0, and 0 minus 8 is minus 8, 4 minus 0 is 4, and 8 over 4 is minus 2, the gradient of line AB. Any confusion? This gradient is equals to minus 2. Therefore, this gradient is equals to 1 upon 2 negative reciprocal. Are you clear? Because they are perpendicular to each other, right? Now, after that, I'm calculating the equation of the line BC. Equation of the line BC. Now, here y minus y1, I'm using coordinates of B. Y minus y1 equals to m. X minus x1 is 4. 2 cross multiply 2y equals to x minus 4. Are you clear? Yes. Now, the first equation, therefore, the first equation which we have to use is 8y plus x equals to 64. The equation of AC. The equation of AC. And second equation which we have to use is the equation of BC, which is 2y minus x equals to minus 4. Are you clear? And we have to solve them simultaneously. Simultaneously solve करने के लिए I am adding both of them. X and x cancel out. 8 plus 2, 10y equals to 6 minus 4, 2. So y equals to 2 divided by 10 is 1 upon 5. 1 upon 5. Any confusion? Sorry, it is 64. It is not 6. 64 minus 4 is 60. And 60 divided by 10 is 6. Therefore, y is 6. Then x will be, अगर हम equation में, कौन सी equation में जनाब? In the equation 2y equals to x minus 4 में अगर y को रखते हैं 2 6 are 12 equals to x minus 4. And what is the value of x? 12 plus 4 is 16. Therefore, the coordinates of C are 16, 6. These are the coordinates of C. 16, 6. Any confusion? Are you clear? That's great. Are you clear? That's great. Okay, students. Now, after that, we have to calculate the coordinates of D. अब D के coordinates कैसे आएंगे बच्चों? D intersect कर रहा है कहां पर? At the combination of AD and CD. अगर AD लाइन की इक्वेशन हमारे पास मौजूद हो, CD लाइन की इक्वेशन हमारे पास मौजूद हो, और दोनों को कर लिया जाए simultaneously solve, so we'll get the coordinates of D. Are you clear? But I am not doing by this process. Another process we have is I am calculating the midpoint of AB. I am calculating the midpoint of AB. So the midpoint of AB will be, bachos, 0 plus 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 plus 6 divided by 2 is 7. This is the midpoint, 8, 7. This is the midpoint, 8, 7. And it's a rectangle. It is given in the question. It's a rectangle. तो बच्चों diagonals के midpoint same होते हैं. In a rectangle, diagonals के midpoint क्या होते हैं? Same. I have to calculate AB. So by using midpoint formula, x equals to x1 plus x2 by 2. The value of x is midpoint 8. The value of x1 is the coordinate of B 4. X2 is A divided by 2. 8 2s are 16. 16 minus 4 is 12. And now y equals to y1 plus y2 by 2. And what is y? Coordinate of the midpoint 7. What is y1? Coordinate of B 0. What is y2? B divided by 2. The value of B is 14. So bachcho, these are the coordinates 12, 14 for D. आप चाहें simultaneously solve करके कोऑर्डिनेट कैलकुलेट कर लें, आप चाहें मिड पॉइंट से कर लें, मिड पॉइंट थोड़ा सिंपल हो जाएगा, टाइम सेव कर सकते हैं आप इसमें। दोनों मेथड से यू आर अलाउड टू कैलकुलेट द कोऑर्डिनेट्स ऑफ डी। क्लियर? Now here question number 28, it is 970913 October November 13. And the question is the point A has coordinate this, B has coordinate this, the point C is the midpoint of AB. Find the equation of the line through A perpendicular to this. Bachcho, for finding out the equation of any line, we need gradient and a coordinate. So the coordinate is given, coordinate is passes through A, which is 3, 1, but we don't have the gradient. But we can able to calculate the gradient by using this line, and the gradient of this line is 2. Therefore, the gradient of our line is minus 1 upon 2 because the line is perpendicular to this. So the gradient is negative reciprocal, right? So now by using y minus y1 equals to m x minus x1, 2 cross multiply 2y minus 2 equals to minus x plus 3 and 2y equals to minus x plus 5 is the equation of line through A and perpendicular to the given line, right? Now after that, second, find the distance AC. We have the coordinates of A, but we don't have the coordinates of C. But C is the midpoint of A and B. C is the midpoint of A and B. So first we have to calculate the midpoint. But show 3 minus 21, 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9 with minus sign. And 1 plus 11 is 12. Divided by 2 is 6. C is this. A is this 3, 1. By using distance formula, it is under root y2 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus x1 whole square. So the answer is 13. So the answer is 13. Are you clear? Any confusion? No. Now, question number 29, it is 970911 May June 12 question. Now, here in this question, the coordinate of A and the coordinate of C are given. The midpoint of AC is M. The midpoint of AC is M. The midpoint of AC is M. And the perpendicular bisector of AC cuts the x-axis at B. Perpendicular bisector of AC cuts the x-axis at B. Let's say this is the x-axis, cuts the x-axis at B. If the perpendicular bisector cuts the x-axis at B, बच्चों x-axis पर y तो हमेशा 0 होगा, x-axis पर y तो हमेशा 0 होगा, बाकी x की कोई वैल्यू होगी, वो हमें कैलकुलेट करना है. Let's say the value of x is a, so we need to calculate a, right? अब सुनिएगा बच्चों, सिंपल. अगर हम परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर की इक्वेशन बना लें, परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर की इक्वेशन बना लें और उस इक्वेशन में एक्स वाई को रिप्लेस कर दें a और 0 से, तो क्या a आ जाएगा? जी बिल्कुल आ जाएगा, क्योंकि अभी आपको बताया किसी भी लाइन की इक्वेशन हो, उसके ऊपर कोई कोऑर्डिनेट हो, उस लाइन के एक्स वाई को कोऑर्डिनेट से रिप्लेस किया जा सकता है. सो माय टारगेट इज मेकिंग एन इक्वेशन ऑफ perpendicular bisector. For perpendicular bisector, we have to calculate the midpoint. And the midpoint of AC will be minus 3 plus 5 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Here is the midpoint. Now the gradient of AC is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 6 minus 2 is 4. This is 8. And the gradient is 1 upon 2. Therefore, the gradient of perpendicular is minus 2 by using y minus y1 equals to m x minus x1. x1 is 1. y minus 4 equals to minus 2x plus 2 and y equals to minus 2x plus 6. Replace x and y by a and 0 for b. Replace x and y by a and 0. Y is 0, minus 2, x is a plus 6. So the value of a is 6 divided by 2 is 3. Therefore, the coordinates of b are 3, 0. Are you clear? Any confusion? No. After that, second thing, show that AB is perpendicular to BC. Now, in the second part, we have the coordinates of A minus 3, 2. We have the coordinates of B 3, 0. And we have the coordinate of C 5 and 6. We have to prove that AB is perpendicular to BC. Calculate the gradient of AB, which is 0 minus 2 divided by 3 plus 3. The answer is minus 1 upon 3. The gradient of BC, it is the gradient of BC, it will be 6 minus 0 divided by 5 minus 3. Here it is 3. Gradient of AB multiplied by gradient of BC equals to minus 1. Yes, they are perpendicular. देखो दोनों का gradient negative reciprocal है. Prove हो गया they are perpendicular. And after that, given that ABCD is squared, find the coordinates of D and the length of AD. ABCD is squared. I am making a square here. ABCD is squared. Now, let's say A, B, C, D. ABCD is squared. Find the coordinates of D. We have the coordinates of A. We have the coordinates of C. I am calculating the midpoint of AC. What? Midpoint of AC. And how can we calculate the midpoint of AC? By using the formula, the third part. By using the formula, A और C का midpoint. A और C का midpoint हम calculate कर चुके हैं. और वो कितना है? 1 and 4. तो जनाब midpoint तो आ गया 1 and 4. We have the coordinates of B. Yes, we have the coordinates of B 3, 0. We don't have the coordinates of D. हमें D के coordinates calculate करना है by using midpoint formula. X equals to x1 B के coordinates और x2 D के coordinates divided by 2. So the value of A is 2 minus 3 minus 1 and y equals to y क्या है midpoint का coordinate y equals to y1 plus y2 by 2. So the B is 8. Therefore D के coordinates क्या है हमारे पास -1, 8. Are you clear up to this step? Just जैसा previous किया था हमने कि midpoint of both the diagonal will remain same. तो midpoint हमने निकाला पहले AC के diagonal से और जब ये midpoint आ गया तो उसको अप्लाई कर दिया BD के ऊपर. By the help of midpoint formula हमारे पास D के coordinates आ गए. Length of AD भी हमें मालूम करना है. तो therefore AD की length क्या आ जाएगी जनाब? By using the formula under root y2 minus y1. A के coordinates क्या है हमारे पास? -3, 2 और D के coordinates क्या है हमारे पास? -1 and 8. इन दोनों की length calculate करना है. So it will be 2 minus 8 whole squared plus -3 plus 1 whole squared. So it is under root 40. Under root 40 is the length of AD. Are you clear? Any confusion? Hopefully no. Now question number 30. It is 970912 May June 12. And the question is the point A and B has coordinates. The perpendicular bisector of AB meets the x-axis and y-axis at D. C and D. Calculate the length of C and D. It means, first of all, we have to calculate the equation of perpendicular bisector. For equation of perpendicular bisector, we need the midpoint. So AB, midpoint of AB, -1 plus 7, 6 divided by 2 is 3. -5 plus 1 is -4 divided by 2 is -2. And the gradient of AB is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, 5 plus 1, 6, 7 plus 1, 8. So the answer is 3 over 4. So the gradient of perpendicular is minus 4 upon 3. Now by using equation formula y minus y1 equals to m x minus x1, 3 cross multiply, 3y plus 6 equals to minus 4x plus 12 and 3y equals to minus 4x plus 6 is the equation of perpendicular bisector. क्या कहा गया बच्चों? This perpendicular bisector crosses x-axis. This perpendicular bisector, let's say the red line is perpendicular bisector, crosses x-axis at C, crosses y-axis at D. We have to calculate the length of C and D. So it means first we must have the coordinates C and D. अब coordinates C के कैसे आएंगे? बच्चों C में y 0 होगा और x की कोई वैल्यू होगी. D में x 0 होगा और y की कोई वैल्यू होगी. Now, अब आप देखिए, this is the equation of perpendicular bisector. What? 3y equals to minus 4x plus 6. If y is 0, then the value of x is 6 over 4 and 6 over 4 is 3 over 2. Value of x is 3 over 2. And if x is 0, so 3y equals to 0 plus 6. So the value of y is 2 here. So the coordinates of C and D are here. We have to use distance formula. So CD equals to under root y2 minus y1, 0 minus 2 whole square plus x2 minus x1, 3 upon 2 minus 0 whole square. So it is 4 plus 9 upon 4. It is under root 25 over 4 and the final answer is 5 over 2. This is the final answer. Length of C and D. Hopefully the question is clear.